Hey there everybody, it's Mike DeLisio with another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look at Alma Mater from Eggert Spiel Games. I do love that cover. Looks like 2 to 4 players in about 90 to 150 minutes, so looks like it could be a lengthy game. This, to me, has a similar kind of art style and aesthetic to Coimbra, and I don't know if that's perhaps the same artist. I'd have to look that up, but there's a very, very attractive to my eyes aesthetic going on here. So let's take a look at the components within and see if that carries throughout the rest. All right, we've got our rule book here. It's the dawn of a new age in Europe. During the early 15th century, universities are being established to challenge the influence of religion on academic studies. Little did the founders of these institutions know that this would ignite academic pursuits that would bring about a cultural revolution. All right, here we've got our components, our setup, which looks to be fairly involved, and our player setup, arranging textbooks in your display. So you've got textbooks that look like they are going to be perhaps sliding across the top of your player board, which for a reason that I can't quite articulate is very exciting to me. How to play. It's played over 6 rounds, and each round consists of the following phases: the action phase, the administrative phase, and the income phase. And it goes into more details, obviously, about each of those 3 phases. Talks about the different action spaces you can go to. So clearly there is a worker placement element to the game. And you've got special action spaces, and then a Hall of Fame, which are going to be, looks like optional objectives that you can be going for, and a description of final scoring here. A little bit of a variant for 2 players, and an appendix, which goes over more detail of all of the different cards in the game and the tiles. All right. Let's take a look at the rest of the components. This is our board here. It appears to be double-sided. I imagine that will be based on player count. I have to imagine it would be. Let's see, am I zoomed out as far as I can go? There we go. That gives you a good idea of this side. Let's take a look at the other side. I do love the vibrancy of this, the look of the board. We've got our punch board here. I'm not going to punch much of these out. I'm just going to give you an idea. The thickness of those tiles are very nice. Take a quick look at some of the art that's displayed on these professor tiles, university tiles, if that's what they're called, student tiles. I can't quite remember. Okay. Here are our player boards, which are recessed, which I've mentioned in the past how happy that makes me. So looks like you're going to have books along the top here, perhaps, that are sliding, and places for cards, I would assume. Okay, these are very nice and thick, all in the different player colors. Looks like green, red, blue, and black. I'm going to save the wood for last because I'm very excited about it. Components, I tell you what, components can really make a difference for me anyway. I do find myself a sucker for components. All right, here we go. These are what they call bust cards. There's a number of those, okay? Now we've got Chancellor cards. Setup cards. Maybe these are starting resources, perhaps. I can see that as being a potential, maybe a draft for starting resources. Again, that's all conjecture. Ignatius card, perhaps? Sure. I do like the art. The iconography seems to be clean. That's encouraging. Let's look at the rest of these cards. I see some professor cards here. Cooperate with me, cards. They're not cooperating. Here we go. These are research cards, according to the back. Again, I'm happy with the iconography. I don't know how intuitive it is until I read the rule book, but it does seem to be clear. Professor cards. A large number of professor cards, all again with iconography that, at least on first blush, seems to be relatively clean. Again, I don't know. It's really hard to tell with iconography how intuitive it is. We've just got some basic wooden discs that I imagine are going to be for tracking particular areas or resources along the board. We've got our worker meeples of the different player colors. These are nice, thick, chunky wood. And now we're getting to the stuff that's exciting to me. Wooden books. Now these are bright yellow. These must have a particular... No, they're not wooden. They're plastic. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, these are plastic. I do like the looks of those. And then we've got our player color books that I'm assuming are also plastic. Yes, they are. They have a nice heft to them. They're not really light. And so that is very satisfying to me, again, for a reason I can't quite articulate. I just know that I'm interested in getting this one open. Hopefully it turns out to have good gameplay behind it as well. That is Alma Mater. Thank you for watching another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing.